One distinguishing mark of Alex Salmond, it is that he is on a personal mission to talk to everybody in Scotland. And having known him for 25 years, I think he's probably got about 3/4 there. But now the rest of you are going to get a chance both to hear what he's got to say about the future of Scotland, because that's what the national conversation events are about, and also to have the opportunity to question him and other ministers and cabinet members on a whole variety of issues. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to welcome Alex Salmond, First Minister of Scotland.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Michael, for the kind words of introduction. Although when you're a minister in a government led by me, you've got no choice but to make kind words of introduction. I'm delighted to be back in Dumfries.
I think we've lost pride in our country. I hate to think that those visitors coming to our country, and we have beautiful countryside, there's no doubt about that. You just have to look around you. I hope you've had a chance to look around today. I hope what you didn't see was the rubbish and litter lying around. What impression would you take away from here, in this county? You're going to Castle Douglas, you get a chance to see the roads and everything. What impression would you take away, and your cabinet ministers take of this county of ours, the whole county, Dumfries and Galloway, of course, if you were in the eyes, if you had the eyes of a foreign visitor?
You know, there are 8 new projects either underway or about to come underway in A75 and A77. And for those, I mean, I'm deeply sympathetic to road infrastructure in the southwest of Scotland because, my own constituency doesn't have in Bamford Bucket, my Westminster constituency, doesn't have a single yard of dual carriageway. And I often think the delays in infrastructure building in the north-east of Scotland and the south-west of Scotland are actually very similar in many ways. So the road projects are coming forward, and they must come forward because the south-west is not just a beautiful area in itself, it's a major link, it's a Eurolink with the Northern Ireland and the Irish Republic. And we've got to look at one of the things we're discussing today is the future, and I think it is a glowing future of that link. But of course that depends on the transport infrastructure that's coming forward. I have to say I haven't been in a position to look at litter in the town of Dumfries. I mean, I see this immaculate Crichton campus. If we'd been here a year ago, then the future of this campus, the town university education, as you may remember, was in severe doubt.
As you probably know, Charter Cross is being decommissioned at the moment, which will leave future generations with basically a legacy of waste, to put it politely. With agenda being with energy being so high in government agendas, we've got a huge opportunity with the solid barrage to leave future generations with a system of generating vast amounts of power without the waste associated with it. Can I have your views, please?
We anticipate that by 2011 we can generate 31% of at least Scotland's electricity through renewable sources. And renewable means hydro, which we've had for a long time, thanks to the wisdom of Tom Johnson in the end of the Second World War. Onshore wind, our start in tidal and wave power. Biomass, which means energy generated from wood, either waste wood or fuel wood. So I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's an extremely effective way of generating power at the present moment. The next part of our plan is then to get to 50% by 2020. But can I say to you that if we do this properly, I believe we've just had the second win on the energy lottery in Scotland. Our first win was oil and gas 30 years ago. I don't think we've managed that as a country as we should have done. If we had done instead, then we wouldn't have to worry about old age pensioners freezing this winter.
First Minister, with the Glenelly project underway and due for completion this winter, are there any more upgrades for the A76 being discussed by the government at this time?
Well, yes, there are. Not just for the A76, but for the A75 and the A77 as well. I think in total there are 12 projects which are either just being completed, about to start, or are in the programme for the next 2 or 3 years. I think that's necessary because the southwest of Scotland, in my opinion, has suffered from a very poor road infrastructure. I recognise it incidentally because it's a bit like the north-east of Scotland has in the corner, which I represent, and it's really important for connectivity, for economic growth, that particularly this area of Scotland, connected to the major Euro route to Ireland, has a a transport infrastructure that can make it an economic thoroughfare. So the 12 projects are very necessary. It's going to be necessary to have more projects to come to bring the roads of the southwest of Scotland up to an acceptable standard after what it should be said is decades, absolute decades of neglect.